Hi, my name is Seth Tonk, and welcome to Grading with a Holdout Mat. This is my first tutorial. It's actually the 6th time I've recorded it, because I've never done these before, but someone had a question for me. His question was how to get green screen footage graded separately from the background footage. And so he has a still here, and some green screen footage, and I told him, why don't you go ahead and do the comp. He was doing the composition in After Effects, and from there he can create what's called a holdout mat, which is this. It's the exact opposite of his finished composition right here, and I said, yeah, let me get a holdout mat with that, and we'll grade it. So here we go. I'm gonna bring in my full composite that he already did. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the media pool. And then with that selected, I'm going to grab the mat. This is the alpha mat. And right click and add media pool as a mat. Now it's very important to have the clip that it goes with, for instance here, full composite arguing for colorist, selected before I add this. So once I add that, here it is, it's connected. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and right click. I'm going to make a new timeline using that clip. I'm going to call this hold out mat. Hit create, and here we go. Into the color page. I'm going to close clips because we don't need them. There's only one. I'm going to leave my waveform monitor here. I'm just going to right click and select add layer node. And then on this node, I'm going to right click and select add mat. I'm going to select the mat that shows up in the drop down list. This is the clip and this is the mat that came with it. And if I go into highlight mode by clicking the wand or Shift H, I can see that the mat is pulling out just my characters here. So I have the holdout mat affecting just my actors. So with my actors, I can go ahead and independently grade them however I'd like. So if I go into highlight, I balance these out a little bit. I might pump some color into them so I can get a better read on what's going on here. And just using my offset controls, just trying to balance out those blacks a little bit better. And we'll bring it back down to close to 0. Take this guy, which is our background. It's way too saturated for me, so I'm just going to knock some of that down. I'm going to add a new node, Option S, because I have a depth of field mismatch here and I need to soften the background. So to do that, I'm going to use a power window. I'm going to use a gradient power window, and our depth goes down this alley, right? And it kind of in focus right about here. So maybe here, highlight mode, to show you what I'm actually going to affect is just this portion. I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of a blur, overdo it real quick so you can see it, but a little bit of a blur. And I might go back here and actually drop the midtone detail about-ish so that it's not quite as sharp either. And that's a little too blurry now. Maybe just, yeah, that's about it. And you proceed from there to grade your actors. Do whatever it is that you need to do. What if I wanted to add another series of nodes to this mat? How do I do that? Because if I just add another serial, my layer is broken, right? So I'm going to delete that, and instead I'm going to create an outside node, Option O. And then from there, if I go into highlight, it's backwards, right? It's everything but the actors, which I don't want. So in here, I go to my node key, invert it, and now I have my actors again. So now I can continue to go on and just kind of grade and do what it is that I want to do.